I'm going to get right into it. The stimulus checks are supposed to be issued this week, all this week, particularly the 24th. But all this week the checks are supposed to be issued. Everybody that didn't get their check, you know what I mean? Good luck, you know what I mean? They talking about they gonna really issue them this time. They gonna really issue the stimulus checks for the people that didn't receive them. I didn't receive mine, but I didn't stop moving through the mainstream. You noticed that? I said I tried to introduce the new COVID-19 pill into the mainstream to Amazon. What I did was I contacted the Federal Drug Administration via letter. I contacted the White House, the president, via letter, and I made sure I put the letter that I proposed to the White House, to the president and Food and Drug Administration on Twitter. The letter stated that in an attempt to distribute the vaccine through Amazon, that I was contacting them in order to get it approved that I distribute the vaccine through Amazon so that it'll be readily accessible to everybody. No response was the result, but my point was, when I didn't get my stimulus check, I didn't stop there. I didn't just run off and say, well, later for everything, you know what I mean? I didn't do that. And the Bible Banking Service represents that. This is the Dolla50 Bible's Banking Service. And this is the Gideon Bible. What's left of a Gideon Bible. It's not completely a Gideon Bible. It's just the remaining portion of a Gideon Bible where, the inconsistency of somebody pre-owning or some challenge presenting itself. And, I went through the Gideon Bible the way I usually would. When you see my Bibles, I purchase used Bibles. I can't afford the $30 new Bible and tear it up. I purchased a used Bible with intention on using the Bible. Its consistency or inconsistency, and I get rid of it accordingly. I don't have no stack of Bibles that I should have based on my level of consistency or professionalism. I conduct myself a certain way, and based on how I conduct myself, I attempted to contact the Gideon International Institute headquarters, the Gideon International headquarters, in an attempt to have enough Bibles to sell. And I haven't gotten a response there either, but my point is, I preferred not to go to Amazon and purchase a Bible and then sell a Bible through Amazon. But I chose that because, a Bible is a little more personal than purchasing it from Amazon and then reselling it. If I purchased it, or if I received it from Gideon International, it would be more, consistent with selling the Bible than purchasing it from Amazon. If I was going to buy a Mercedes-Benz to sell, I would buy it from the manufacturer and then sell it. The price would be a little more feasible, and it would make logical sense. You wouldn't buy a used car to resell it to Mercedes-Benz. You would buy a car from Mercedes-Benz to resell it to the mainstream. So what I'm getting at is the stimulus checks are to be distributed this week, and since they hadn't been distributed, I'm in no less of a place. When you see me say business cards, you should have business cards. Everybody should have business cards, because all you have to do is go to Amazon. You can go to Amazon and get better business cards. But I went to Staples because Staples is a business store, a business company, a office type company. So I went to Staples and got my business cards. I didn't go to Amazon, but you can go to Amazon and get business cards. But I went to Staples, uploaded a picture and, got my business card. I got a few business cards. Now, when I got my business cards, it was within reason of having a stimulus check. You know, I got a stimulus check. I got business cards from stimulus checks, or you know, hypothetically from resources that's government funded. So when you got government funded information, you can depend on what you're doing that much, at least to say, you know, you shouldn't be in no less of a place than the government funding the business cards or the website or the YouTube is free, but the M50 camera, is a little bit different. If that was government funded, that would be within reason of the constitutional issues of being independent. We never received reparations a certain way. We never, you know, when you never receive reparations and they're issuing government funded money, it creates a neutral place. We're in a neutral place with the M50. You know, you exercising your freedom of speech, your freedom of expression with a camera. Just because it's government funded doesn't limit you within the reason, within the realm of the Constitution. The Constitution affords you technology to be able to express yourself, or practice your religion, what you believe in. M50 camera is a little more what you believe in, a little more sacred kind of, because you working your own creativity, your own art, your own artistic ability, your own abilities. It's like playing basketball. If you bought a basketball and if you was practicing every day to be an athlete, you're not government funded athlete. You using your abilities to try and progress to a better place. Not quite, government funded to that extent. So I bang. I'm going to bang 10 times this time. I'm not going to bang 20. 20, you can see when it gets heated like that, like the last time, I banged 20, straight 20. Boom, boom. Get in Bible. You know what I mean? Peace. $1.50. 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when I go to the auction this week, hopefully, if I don't have transportation, I'm catching a cab. If I don't catch a cab, I'm going to get to the auction. When I get to the auction, I'm going to, make sure I say this is the car I'm going to look at when they run it through. And when they run it through, I'm be like, $5, $10, $20. Somebody going to be trying to outbid me, but it's not going to be in the same place as all the people that got their money. I won't be at the auction at the same exact time that everybody else is at the auction. Cause I was like, don't get in my way, you know what I mean? Nobody. But everybody at the auction at the same time, I'm hyping it up. YouTube, you know what I mean? You know how I do, I'll be hyping it up. I'll be hyping up my channel a little bit, because I just started this YouTube channel. The Dolla50 Bible Banging Service. I just started this channel. So I'll be hyping it up a little bit, bang one of them niggas, bang one of them. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing all that. You know how it is, crime and punishment and all that. I ain't doing all that. But keeping it real, keeping it 100. If you're at spring break and somebody's saying, spread COVID-19, don't worry about what he's saying, spread COVID-19, you good. And you got to be the one in the grocery store when they get back. You got to be one on the bus when they get back. You got to be one in public places, the DMV and all the places they going to be when they get back. You got to right defend yourself. You know, you can't let them people push you around with no COVID-19. If they don't want to live, just shoot yourself. Why you got to take us through catching what you got and all that? Nah, shoot yourself. Don't, you know, just not being insensitive to life and death or nothing, but you know what I mean? Today's Sunday, you can't defend yourself to some extent. You can't be a victim to somebody's reckless behavior. You know, they know what they're doing. First time they did it, it was riots and all that, police shootings and all that. All that was a result of COVID-19 transferring. It started out with, you know, I'll tell you the story. They told all the kids from school to get out of school because of COVID-19 was spreading too rapidly. They let them out of school. They went home, which they told them to stay at home and go in the house. They went to spring break instead. When they went to spring break, then they spreaded COVID-19 at spring break. Then when they spreaded COVID-19 at spring break, then they went home, spread it at home in spring break. Nobody knew how it was transferring completely, so people was talking to people and, you know, blah, 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 all in people's face and spreading COVID-19. All in nursing homes and, you know, buses, trains. Nobody knew exactly how it was spreading completely. So once the riots broke out over the confusion and people demanded that, you know, it be a different president and all that, all the riots and monuments knocked over and destroyed, you know, all this confusion, now we're back to the same place. You know what you're doing now. You got the option to wear a mask, where masks weren't being worn, social distancing wasn't being practiced, hand washing wasn't a major concern. Now you know what to do, and you're not doing it. That's what I'm saying. When you're doing that right there, you're not doing it, but you know exactly what you did last time, and you know what you're doing now. That's the crazy part. That's what somebody had the right to say. Hold up, back up. Don't come near me. You know, when you get tired of the spring break and get ready to go home, don't come near me with that virus you got. Go to the hospital. Get checked out. Make sure you don't got the virus first. Somebody got the right to defend themselves. You can't just have nobody else in jeopardy like that just because you went and had fun. Your stimulus check ran out, you know what I mean? Whatever your parents' money ran out and you just got tired and went home and started spreading the virus. That's crazy. Have fun, but you know what I mean? Don't set nobody else up for the kill. That's setting people up for the kill. They ain't got no way to defend themselves or nothing. So that's why I was all riled up, like, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna be suggesting that it's okay to do that, you know, and they just somebody in front of 500,000 deaths. I don't agree with that. I will grab one of them off, you know, I will grab one of them. So me not being violent, not being a violent person with the Dolla50 Bible banging service, I bang again. Somebody will be violent, but it'll be out of my control. But you know, I have a Bible, so the consistency of violence and not being violent, the police and, you know, law enforcement, I bang. When I bang and say pop somebody, I got popped on the turnpike. I got popped on the turnpike in 88. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when you get popped like that, you know what I mean? Sometimes you get popped, sometimes you don't, you know what I mean? Peace. Dolla50. Dolla50's Bible banging services. I got that red German Egyptian jewelry, you know what I mean? The Gideon Bible. Peace. Dolla50.